Wir haben hier jetzt Spiritual Cramp bei uns auf der Couch sitzen. Guys, your sound is a melting pot between punk, indie, dub, post-punk, basically anything there is. Is that the plan or just the chaos that works?
A little bit of both, but definitely intentional to start off to kind of go in that direction.
As chaotic and ADHD driven as the sound seems, what do you guys like off stage?
Chaotic and ADHD driven. Not him, but me. What do you like off stage?
I have ADHD.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He doesn't have ADHD.
You learned
Do you
something.
really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. You do not. That's cool. You're the coolest guy you're the chillest ADHD guy I've ever met. It's all inside. Yeah. I let mine out. He keeps his in. Yeah.
How much of the Bay Area is baked into your style, lyrically, politically, and stylistically?
The Bay Area is definitely baked into our style from the get-go. I mean, the way that we dress, the music we listen to is all informed by things we learned about growing up in the Bay, for sure. Bands like, the Nerve Agents were like one of the first bands that we had ever listened to, or I had ever listened to, who had, kind of mod style and were influenced by bands like Youth of Today, but also Bauhaus. And that's something that definitely, just like Maximum Rock and Roll is from the Bay Area. It's just punk. Bay Area is very punk rock. And that's kind of where we get a lot of our style. Anything to add?
No.
Nothing to add.
Your lyrics hit a nerve, frustration, identity, working class tension. Is the goal to vent, provoke, or connect?
It's for sure to connect. It's not to provoke. I don't want to provoke anyone. I mean, I don't care what anyone thinks, but at the same time, like, I just want to like say what I want to say, and I want it to be funny. And I want people to kind of chuckle, but also at the same time, like, a lot of what I sing about is very serious. So I just want people to hear what we're doing and be able to relate to it and feel less isolated in the world. Because, we grew up and, I spent a lot of time being a little isolated dude. And, then I heard punk rock for the first time and it kind of changed my life. So I'm hoping that someone can hear our music and feel the same.
Nice, that's nice. What is the weirdest show you have ever played?
The weirdest show we have ever... I've played a lot of weird shows. I would say in recent memory, we played a venue called Meow Wolf in Santa Fe, New Mexico in the United States that is an art exhibit. It feels like you're playing in the middle of Disneyland. And it's a very strange environment to play a show, and lots of beautiful art installations all over the venue, and the colors are very strange. But we've played shows to like 2 people before. That was strange to me.
Played in a boat.
Oh yeah,
in Bristol.
Yeah,
that was kind of weird. Cold and wet.
Yep. You were grumpy that day.
Yeah.
Mike was grumpy the day we played in a boat. You're not grumpy today though.
No, I'm great.
You're in a good mood today. Why are you in a good mood today?
I slept.
You slept?
Yeah.
I slept too.
Got things with me.
You got things with you. Keep the pack on. We feel good today.
Nice.
Yeah. So no weirdness. Today's not going to be weird. Today's going to be good.
What makes a good show for you?
Energy for me. Energy and being able to slip into, I've heard it described as like a flow state. Being able to slip into the flow state while we're playing and just lose myself in the performance. That is what I have the most fun doing.
Yeah, definitely. Just like losing your mind basically and getting out of your body. Just not having to worry for 35 minutes. Yeah. That doesn't always happen though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The crowd too can make a really big impact on if the show is fun or not. If the crowd's going crazy, it's just easier for you as an artist to go nuts. Because sometimes, you'll be playing a show to, 3,000 people and they'll just be standing there and watching. And, they're just checking it out. But it's a lot easier when those 3,000 people are screaming their guts out. And then you can do the same.
Yeah, definitely. You're meeting a very different crowd at festivals than you do at your own shows. How do you try to catch them?
I think that if you just come out on stage at festivals and you do what it is that you do authentically, that people in this, for us, like our biggest markets are like, the United States, right? And New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, London. When we play those places, we just go out and we go nuts. And we we try to lose ourselves in the performance. And if you do that at a festival and you interact with the crowd and ask them how they're doing, and you ask them if they're having fun, and you tell them to do a circle, but they just want to have fun. Everyone here just comes here to have fun. And so as long as you come out and have fun with them, instead of like let some outside factor affect the way that you're feeling, I think that that's the best way to connect with people at a festival.
Yeah, and not take it too seriously.
Yeah, you can't take it too seriously. You just gotta have fun and cut loose.
Now, considering you're from the Bay Area, you sound surprisingly British. What fascinates you about the sound of the British Isles?
Everywhere we go, everyone says, "Are you British?" And then we tell them we're from California, and they are shocked. I don't know what it is. I mean, for me, I just like the style. I like British style. I like mod culture. I think a lot of the best punk bands in the world are British. A lot of the influences, English beat, like a lot of the stuff we like.
English bands and like a lot of dub influence as well. So it kind of just like, I think kind of just happens naturally.
Yeah, reggae music, skinhead culture. It's like a lot of the things that we are really into came from the UK. And people just assume that just by the way we look and like the way that our music sounds that we are a UK-based band.
Have you ever thought about moving there?
No. The food is not good. It's too rainy. I live in California. I live in the most beautiful, it's very beautiful where I live. It's too gray. But we love the people and we love the music. We love the shows. But no, if I'm going to move anywhere away from California, it's going to be like, I think I'll move to Germany. Yeah, the people, they love me here. They love me in Germany. I'm huge over here. So, if it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be Germany.
Any place in particular in Germany?
What's this place? Where are we right now? Nuremberg. That's where I'm going to move.
It's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. What about this is exactly where I want to be. What about yourself?
Yeah, Nuremberg's great.
Yeah, we're coming here, and we're gonna move here, and then everyone will be shocked to find out that we're not a German band. Yeah.
That's true.
So you're not German? No, English. I'm English.
Yeah. Talking about bad food, what is the worst thing you ever had in catering?
There's a lot of bad food at catering, but there's a lot of really, like this festival's got great catering, but some festivals are not as good. What band is that?
I have no idea.
That guy looks crazy. The singer is just huge. Oh my God. I think like fish can be really bad.
Yeah. Fish at catering at a festival is insane to even propose. And like there's been some questionable like cold cuts that were like not cold at all, just like real actually like warmer than it was outside, but desperate times
call for desperate measures. That's right.
You have played at quite a few festivals now and a couple of shows of Europe and then back in the US. How do you wind down after a tour?
After we get home, I just turn my phone off and I just exercise and try to sleep and hang out with my wife, and I don't talk to any of them, and I don't talk to anyone, and I don't talk to anyone at our label, and I just go away for like a week, like seven days for me, and then after 7 days I can come back and start working again.
Yeah, just being able to make your own food and be with your dogs and your partner is, that's amazing. And just completely disconnecting, absolutely no communication.
Yeah, I can imagine. What is your favorite pastime activity that is not about music?
I enjoy running, and I like exercising. That's probably my favorite thing. Or reading, or I just want to hang out with my partner. Mm-hmm. That's my favorite pastime activity, is just hanging out with my partner and just being at home. It's either chaotic rock and roll or peace. And so when I'm unwinding and not doing this, I'm just trying to be at peace.
Yeah. Gardening.
Do it. 1, 2, 3.
Gardening and rocks. I like rocks. You know.
Rocks.
Awesome. That is already all I have. Thank you so much.
Okay, cool. Thank you.